call to order?
I think we should call to order. All
Yes,
things
it
are
is.
learning
We'll
process.
look back someday and say,
our-
what were we thinking?
We promised the Likers that we were gonna have a meeting today.
Likers? And
So
we
they
have-
can find out what we're about.
Is that the opposite?
Yeah.
Is that the opposite thing?
All right, since I've elected myself president of this,
For the books, this is our first official meeting of the Pet Shop Gals. 2015.
All right, wow.
Okay, I know. And that means
The
we're,
first one was 70 something.
I don't even remember when the first one was.
let's
but
just say 1970.
Not, all right, we can say that. Nobody will know.
And the idea is to, the name, first we gotta discuss the name.
Okay, let's just, we can't change the
We're not
name.
gonna change the name.
Remember the pet shop gals, or no, I'm sorry, the pet shop met maybe once a week around mom's dining room table or kitchen table, and it was 5 of us. It was all 5 kids. And you and Terry actually took the lead of it, where you would research things, and we looked up in the childcraft books and
So,
things like that.
well, do you remember what we used to study about?
Well, one lesson really sticks in my mind was the most intelligent animals. We went down 1 through 10.
Yes.
I forget. I think chimpanzee was the most. I forget where humans were. I think we were above
We
it.
used to.
We did a game.
Didn't know. We each researched an animal once a week, or one.
Something like that. See,
We picked an animal, we researched it, and
that
did
we
reports
didn't know
on
anything
it.
about.
And we did a report, and I remember we had games, and we went around. The game, I think I put this game
I like
together.
the game.
We had to go around, we collected animal hair, and then we had to guess whose animal. Kind of where the name pet shop. I mean, at first when we talked about naming, our little pet shop girls or gals, I was a little worried that people would Google to try to find out what we were about, or thinking we were about animals and all. But it sounds like a fun name, and if people know the history of it, then it will make people ask questions about what the heck is that about, and then I
Right.
think it gives it a
Well, the
chance.
reason why I thought we'd call it Pet Shop Gals, because going off of that learning thing, we taught each other things.
That's a good idea.
We learned as we went, we looked things up, we only had the encyclopedias, but now we're gonna be teaching people do it yourself
And ourselves.
and ourselves.
Because a lot of this, I have no
I
idea if
don't
it's
know
gonna
how
work
to
out.
do a lot of this, or any of it.
Well, I think that's what's gonna be neat, is because I'm gonna, since I'm not very crafty and all,
You're
I think when I
crafty.
find things, then it's a real challenge for me to get it to come
To
out
get
the
it
way
to-
I want it. And normally I can, but it takes some trial and error.
Yeah.
So I think that's neat that we'll be
Yes.
learning as we go.
Be
That's-
kind to
Animals,
animals.
that's our victory. Be kind to animals, even those you cannot see. Be kind to animals, that's our victory.
I remember it. Okay.
So we need organization.
Elections.
Because we get a little bit scatterbrained sometimes, some of us do. So I'm at me.
Okay.
Thanks for clarifying.
Guilty, coming.
Oh, me? That's fine.
I like Robin.
Robin.
I
I'll be the
nominate
president.
Robin.
Fine.
I nominate Robin.
I second that motion.
And I say yay.
Yay.
I'll be the president.
Well, I'm proud of her.
Another joke.
And since I
Alright.
love spreadsheets, I'll volunteer to do the treasurer.
She's the spreadsheet
I-
woman. Prez. Okay, keep going. I can
Okay.
write and talk at
Okay,
the
see,
same
that's
time.
why you're a
That's
good
why you're the
secretary.
secretary.
Yeah, stop it.
So,
Okay.
do we have projects in mind that we want to do?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a list.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't believe.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, but I don't want to.
Running the show.
I thought the president ran the
That's what I said.
show.
You see it going away.
All right, now forget the facilitator.
Do I have to play ref between you two?
No.
Okay.
It's
Can you run
she,
this
She has
meeting?
no sleep. No.
Since you're president, she's giving you.
I'm
the job.
giving you the responsibility of running this
Yelling at
meeting.
dictator
Today.
Yeah.
I'm running it.
Okay.
Woo!
Move it along.
All right.
Things that I thought would put
Robin,
in.
hold that up there, like close to the camera, so we can see what that looks like.
So Robin
Mhm.
took the challenge, which I'm really impressed, and made an awesome gift for Mom for her birthday. So I just love to do things like that. Even though I did nothing with my spools, I like to take something and make. You take nothing. Do we want to do separate projects? Do we want to do projects together? What do we?
Well,
Yes.
What's your idea,
It's
Trace?
springtime,
Yes.
and
Definitely need to go around.
all 3 of
spring.
us have porches.
Yes,
I
a
thought it would
porch.
really, and we all have very different porches.
Oh, mine's falling apart.
Well, that's cool to bring. I know somebody that's pretty handy. We could bring him along.
Joe.
So I think our first project should be that we work together as a team to do all 3 of our porches.
Wow, that's going to be an awesomely big project.
Well,
That's
my-
going to be a really big.
But I like it. I like
don't
it.
think my porch needs a lot. It needs some color and some flower pots and some plants.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing too much. You have a pretty simple porch too. It's pretty, it needs to be cleaned
I
up
have a
with your
wood pile that's been on there for 5 years that
Well, we
needs
can
to
move
come
the
off.
wood pile and move it, and maybe we want to do fire pits later, so maybe we can just relocate your wood pile off of your
to a
porch
pit.
Ah.
to off
pit.
site, but then yours needs a little maintenance. So maybe we could come out and look at it ahead of time and think of some supplies, decide which supply store we're gonna buy them from. which
Okay.
one
I
has
like
to keep mine a little
Okay.
bit country, but I like it simple too. I do
Okay.
like to sit on my porch, and I like mine pretty cleared off and simple. I like it cozy, but it's not real. I don't have a porch swing type porch.
How about you?
I like mine private, peaceful, a retreat.
Okay.
I have ideas.
You know,
for
it's
already.
a stone house, and I like antique things, farmhouse
Okay.
type of things, but maybe I don't want to go that route.
So we'll take
maybe,
some before and after shots.
all right.
Oh, I'm embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed because that's what's gonna make the end.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
This will be great.
So I think
But
that
if using that spool, I wanted to find a project that
would have purpose.
would have purpose,
Right,
exactly.
I agree.
And
Yes, that's the spool, Terry. I agree. I totally agree. And that's why a lot of my projects probably seem selfish because I want to do fire pits. Whoever wants a fire pit, we can do.
I do. I want a fire pit.
Fire pit.
Are you
we
able to
do-
have a fire pit in town?
I think that it would be really neat if we could learn to make these tables that Joe makes. I don't know. It might be kind of a big project. So, but we have to
Is there any?
think about safety. My dear sister was nagging me about safety glasses the other day.
You
Yes.
didn't have safety glasses?
That was something else.
Was that like an old-fashioned milk can?
It is, and Joe found it for me, and I absolutely despise the colors, and the eagle has to go.
What do you want to do to it?
I'm not sure yet, so that's something we'll also have to just think about.
Okay. I think maybe even our Facebook fans could give us
Suggest
ideas,
things.
suggest things.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I'm sure
maybe
they
we could
could.
have like just a raw piece of something or other, and a spool, and they could give suggestions,
They
and
do
then
And
come
we
in.
could make it.
then we could make it.
See if we could make it.
Or
If anybody out there has an idea for this,
okay,
I want to buy.
what is that?
Well, last week we went to a benefit dinner to raise money for Shepherd Spring, which is a camp that's out, I guess is that Sharp Spring area? I guess
Yeah.
that's what that is. And they were, a lot of the local businesses. I said,
Okay.
oh, I'm definitely gonna bet on that, and I was
Just
lucky
mixed
enough.
herbs.
It's mixed herbs, it has some lavender, some thyme, some different things, but the Rooster Band Funkstown put that together and donated that, which I love it.
That's
I
really
do.
cool.
Wow.
And I saw the burlap, and I said, that's for me. I
Today-
don't want to be the president, I just
Right.
like to talk.
I think Holly wants to be the
Holly
president.
just-
All I'm gonna do as my job as president is call the meeting to order and adjourn it.
because when
See,
she's
that's
had
why
enough.
she wanted to be the president.
When she's had enough,
They
this
won't
is a
always,
church.
the meetings won't always be this long, but this is our first, and we have to discuss things. Now, from here on out, we're going to be making things, so
Yes.
that's going to be taking the time.
Yes, and we're gonna be on the, and I think we
We'll be
should
on the road.
visit some places
Oh,
too.
no, that was give me my paper. Field trips.
Field trip.
Field trip.
That's the next time. So,
And yeah, we would be measuring the porch.
measuring the porch
taking
and looking at it,
pictures.
taking before and after, bring the carpenter along.
Okay.
Okay, because
Okay.
he's gonna show us how to do some of this. He may have to do some of it, but he's
Okay.
gonna show us what to do.
All right.
I'm
We're gonna
so
look at- We could kind of maybe come up with an idea to use some old shutters, which I know are so easy to get. Or they do lever shutters like this, so you have to decide what kind you like.
Okay.
And I know the guy that probably can get us what we need, so if not.
She knows the guy that could hook us up.
And I also want to teach people how to use their sewing machine.
You make your skates longer.
This is really good. You're gonna have to show us how to make this.
That was easy.
I was
plain yogurt.
I
in
was
the-
under the assumption that wine was going to be served.
We're
this
at the
first-
meeting.
When we're having a meeting like this, we should be busily working on something.
We will
are
be.
going to.
This is our first. Why can't you get this
Yes.
through your head? This is our first meeting.
Don't talk to our president that way.
Sorry.
And I'm so-
Madam President, may I speak?
You may.
This is just an informational meeting. We're not really doing anything.
I know we're not doing anything.
But we will.
But we will.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna, I'm gonna be, yes, please do. I'm gonna be secretary treasurer, I'll do both.
That's fine.
And then
Oh,
we'll let Robin, no, this one, Terry be editor.
Okay, editor is a big job
It's a big job, it's very important.
because I'm gonna have to cut out all this
Because
stuff.
we say stuff, we're Rodrigues, and we say things we shouldn't a lot.
The first meeting of the Pet Shop Gals is now adjourned.